Okay. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, see, I can only put a 15-minute video onto YouTube. That video was running 16 minutes, so I'm gonna have to chop that off some to make it fit into the video. Maybe I can chop off a few minutes in the beginning or a few minutes at the end. We'll see. I'll get it up there and we'll figure it out from there. Oh yeah, I was talking about when I used to be with Earth First. They were burning all this year wood, and they kept throwing wood and making these great big fires, and I was out there, no, don't do that, you're wasting wood. Oh man, it's dead wood anyway, man, that wood that fell down. But that's wood that's got to fertilize the trees. You're supposed to be out here saving them, not killing them. You're burning them down. Oh no, that there is wood that we found in the forest. Well, how's the tree going to get its nutrition? That's how the tree feeds itself, you know? And I used to argue with the Buddhists all the time. If the mosquito's a sentient being, what about that frickin' redwood back there, man? You should see, these things are huge, humongous. Man, they go back there. I seen one that had the ring mark where Jesus was born. The Magna Carta was signed. Yeah. I even seen one that had the ring mark where Buddha was around. And Buddha was an old Buddha was before Jesus. You know? So, but yeah, they would, you know, the Earth Firsters, they're no better. You know, we all sit there and we all complain. You know, I'm really getting serious today, ain't I? Oh man, maybe I should find something funny to talk about again. Maybe I should go back to funny and stupid. I'm in the heart. I'm in the lovey part, the lovey-dovey. But we ain't got no lovey-dovey here in America. You know, I have a new idea to change the world. It's real simple. You know what causes the problem? Everybody thinks that the problem is they always think, oh, this guy, he's out there and robbed somebody yesterday. Well, why did he rob somebody? Because he didn't have no money. Well, why didn't he have no money? Because he's dysfunctional. He never grew up right. Never grew up right. So, instead of sitting there and trying to catch him at age 23 or at age 36, remember back in 3rd grade when you teased that other guy in class? Or in kindergarten when you teased that guy because he or she wet their pants? Yeah? We got to go back to then. We got to go back to then. Remember that family where you seen them where they really mistreated their kids and you didn't do nothing? See? It's that kid. It was way back then that robbery or that murder or that rape started. It didn't start when the guy pulled out the gun or the knife. It started way, way back in kindergarten. Sometimes it started in the crib. So, here's how we change the world. Instead of sitting there and throwing people in prison, or instead of sitting there and beating up the guy because he beat up somebody, or shooting somebody because they shot somebody, or cutting someone's dick off because they fucked somebody they weren't supposed to fuck, sit there and every day when you go out, instead of just walking by and giving people the dirty eye or ignoring people and looking the other way, hey, good morning. How you doing today? Have a nice day. Whatever happened to please and thank you? I always try to say please and thank you. I should say excuse me and you're welcome more often. I don't, but I should. You know, I should even say please and thank you more than what I do. And I should also say good morning more than what I do. But if you ask anybody out there, I always say good morning. Well, not always. But I try to as often as I can. When I'm riding down the trail and somebody else comes walking by me or riding by me or running by me, I always say, good morning. How are you today? Have a nice day. And I mean it. And that's what we all got to do. We want to change this world. Simple little thing. Good morning. There's a sign on my bike. You might have all seen it before. It's cool to be courteous. Yeah. So let's try being more courteous. That's one of, courteous is not necessarily just saying please and thank you though either. It's when, and that's why it's on the bucket. When I'm riding down the street and someone cuts me off and, you son of a bitch. Yeah. Well, it's cool to be courteous was because of that. It's cool. You let somebody in. What do people say when you sit there and instead of cutting them off, you let them into traffic? Hey man, that guy's cool. So, let's all be cool. Morning. I just said good morning to a bike rider going by. I'm a lovey-dovey guy. We should all be lovey-dovey. Doesn't get me any pussy anymore. But see, that's what we all think about. We all think about, is it going to get me pussy? Is it going to get me money? Is it going to get me dope? Yeah? Well, actually, being a nice guy will get you pussy. I just don't get pussy because I'm a weirdo. Yeah? I don't get pussy or butt. And I don't get teabagged. And I don't do no teabagging. Yeah? And I had a great one for the teabaggers, but a great editorial would be an elephant, the Republican Party, and a teabagger. The teabagger standing under the elephant's hind legs getting teabagged. And that's about the size of it, too, if you think about it. The Republican Party, you know, they like the teabaggers because the teabaggers lick their nuts. This is the Lovey page. We're going to talk about sex and licking nuts. Yeah. But that's why I won't ever join the teabaggers. Yeah. I'm not going to have somebody dangling their nuts in my jaw. Yeah. And so, but I won't join the Republican Party either for the same reason. Yeah. But I don't want to be a Democrat either because Democrats are represented by the donkey. And they want everybody to kiss their ass. That pun wasn't intended if you could catch it. Yeah, I'm sort of stupid and I come up with these stupid puns. I don't come up with a good one. The English come up with a great one. But anyway, yeah, back to changing the world. Changing the world. Wouldn't that be great? Changing the world. Making it what Jesus said instead of what the Christians say. Yeah? And I've run into Christians who always talk about going out and killing those goddamn Muslims, man. I went to church one time, a Baptist church over in New Mexico. And this was during my Christian days when I was trying to be a good Christian. I really wanted to be a Christian. I love loving people. I love being compassionate. I love justice. I love that kind of stuff. You know? I love education. All the things that Jesus stood for. All the things that Jesus preached about. And so I went to church one day at this Baptist church, First Baptist Church, I forget the name of it. But it was over there in New Mexico near the White Sands military base. And the preacher mentioned George Bush's name and praised George Bush more times than he mentioned Jesus or God or Jesus and God put together. And he praised George Bush more times than he praised Jesus and God. Now this is our Christian society. Yes. We love Jesus. Hi, George. George is Jesus today. Yeah. Newt Gingrich is Jesus today. Rush Limbaugh is Jesus today. Give me a frickin' break, folks. Morning. How you doing today? It's that easy, man. It's that easy. We can change the world just with, good morning, how you doing today? You know, giving everybody a little smile. Everybody. So when you go out today, walking down the street, try it. Check it out. You'd be surprised. People will smile. Every once in a while you get these people, you know, the Christians and the Republicans and the Democrats of the world. You know, you'll get them. You'll see them all over the place, you know. And that's okay, though. Because most of the people, hey, hi. And you'll make their day. And maybe soon, everybody will be saying hi to everybody. You'd be surprised how many people now say hi to people. I look like a frickin' tweaker. I look like somebody that you want to run away from. I mean, you see me on the streets. It's like, ooh, watch out for that guy. No teeth. Scabs all over him. Shaggy old beard. Hasn't had a bath. Doesn't have no clean. Look, my clothes are all ripped up. I don't even have a good sleeve on my yeah. My coat's faded, you know, from the sun being shining on it all the time. But people are starting to say hi to me. And they smile at me. You know? And they tell me, you're not like the homeless. But I am homeless. So I gotta be like the homeless. I'm a homeless person. You know? You're not the normal homeless person. I've been told that so many times. You know? Well, maybe we all gotta stop being the normal whatever we are. Just start smiling. Start saying hi. Start saying good morning, good evening. You know? And just, you know, have a good day. Hey, you have a wonderful day. You have a wonderful evening, man. And say it like you mean it. Even though you won't at first. I didn't at first. Yeah. But say it anyway and say it like you mean it. And pretty soon you'll start meaning it. You know, it's like, hey, you have a nice day, man. You know, and it feels good inside. You know, and it makes them feel good. And then they don't go out and rape your sister. You know, they don't go out and rob your uncle. They don't go out and shoot your grandma. You know, they don't go out and stomp your neighbor's head into the ground because they feel good. I mean, have you ever been able to do a mean thing when you felt good inside, when you were happy? You know? Now, if you don't want people to do mean and nasty things to you, make them happy. And how do you make them happy? A smile. Yeah. Yeah. Try it out. You'll love it. And it works. It really does. You know? Well, my time is running out here, and we gotta get to my sponsors here. So first of all, my number one sponsor, Surly. Oh, won't you buy me a Surly? My grease hide, buy me a Surly. I want a Pugsley. I want the Moonwalker. I want the Troll or the Org. I'd like to actually have both the Troll and the Org, just because of their names, you know. The Pugsley I'd like to have, and the Moonwalker because of those great big fat tires. Yeah. Yeah. And I already got the big dummy, you know. And the long haul trucker's nice too. You know, it's Surly makes them out of chrome ollie, TIG welded. You just can't beat that, man. You cannot beat a Surly bike. They are tough. They are great. Then, when you want to put tires on your bike, go for the Armadillos. Dollar for dollar. Armadillos, I've tried a lot of tires. I've tried Bontrager. I've tried, who else have I tried? I've tried the Trek knockoff of the Flax Jacket. Total failure. I tried the Marathon. Schwabel Marathons, $70 freaking, and I don't even get the same mileage that I get off the Armadillos. You know, I get better mileage on the Armadillos at $50. Actually, less than $50. I think it's like 44 plus tax. You know. Yeah. You know, the hell with those damn things. Get Armadillo tires. They're tough. They're I call them bulletproof. They're puncture resistant. I'd still get flats, but you got to see where I take my bike. First of all, is loaded down to 210 pounds before I get on. Once I get on, it's 395. You know. You got to have a good tire. Without a good tire, your bike's a piece of garbage. You know. Check out the Specialized. You know. I'm not a big man on Specialized bicycles, but I am big on their tires. Armadillos. Take note of it, folks. Check them out. You'll like them. I think you will. You know, give them a try. They're a little stiff, you know, but because of that Kevlar wrapping around inside of them. But they're great freaking tires. What else do we got to sit there and I don't know. But if you know of anybody that you'd like me to sponsor or that you'd like to see as my sponsors, you know, so that I can get, you know, send them to me. Troll Ill Odor, all one word, at AO1. Well, let me start over again. Troll Ill Odor at AO12578 at gmail.com. Send them to me. I'll check them out, and if they're good, maybe I'll put them on the air. Have a wonderful day, many blessings, and bye-bye. I gotta shut off.